Hello musicians, friends and of course future me. Welcome to part 2 of my music blog series all about learning from mistakes and helping new musicians navigate their first steps into the industry. So as the title suggests, today we're going to be talking about a really stupid and avoidable mistake I made at the last gig I played. So let's set the scene. So I arrived at the Horn, which is a venue I've played countless times before. I was with my band Jamch and we got there about an hour or so before sound check, just so we could talk about some new songs that we're going to be playing that night. Once we were happy with the set list, me and the guys did our sound check and everything was running nice and smooth right up until the point I noticed at the end of sound check that the little red light on my tuning pedal was dimming, which means the battery was about to run out. So I use a Boss TU3 tuning pedal, this guy here. You might have seen them before. They've got a really cool feature up here. They got, you won't be able to see it very well, but got a little red light up there. I use 9-volt batteries in this. Using the pedal once pedal engaged, it shows that red light, and as the battery starts depleting, the light will dim, which is just a really cool feature. Usually I bring spare batteries, which is kind of weird because I didn't realise I'd taken the batteries out of my case, but in this instance I didn't have any. So that's something I really should have checked before I left, even though I knew they were there, or thought I knew they were there. That's something I should have just checked instinctively anyway, just in case. Anyway, I decided not to panic, because I thought we've only had, at that time we only had a 30-minute set, and I did what most people do with their cars when the fuel gauge gets down to red, and I said, I know my pedals, that's not going to run out. After sound check, me and the guys got some food, grabbed a beer, and started the ever painful wait to get called up onto the stage. During that time, I managed to leave my phone unattended for literally under a minute, and managed to get myself this beautiful new screensaver from our guitarist Nat. Right, okay, so let's recap. Our hero, our really stupid hero, has just stepped onto stage with a tuning pedal that he knows is about to die, with no spare batteries and no power supply. What do you think happens? Yep. The pedal died instantly, so I had to quickly remove it from the signal chain so I could get some sound out. Luckily, Nat, the guitarist, noticed what was happening and he played me some harmonics to quickly tune to. I was borrowing an amp that night. There's like a little tuner on the amp, which isn't ideal because I couldn't mute myself to tune, which it just sounds very unprofessional when you're tuning on stage. It just hears a boom, boom, it's not great. So I had Nat giving me those notes to tune to. There was the tuner on the amp as well, so I was getting really, really lucky at this point. Albeit a bit unprofessional tuning, loud, but there you go, it was what it was. But I could have avoided all of that stress if I'd just been more prepared, if I'd just been vigilant and checked if I had those batteries, or better yet, checked the battery in the pedal before I left. So let's run through the mistakes. Mistake 1. I didn't check my batteries before I left. So if you're running pedals with batteries, always, always, always check that you've got enough juice before you leave. Mistake 2. I didn't check I had spare batteries. So this is probably the stupidest mistake I made, simply because I don't remember taking them out at any point beforehand, but I obviously did. I should have just been vigilant and checked, and I could have avoided all of that. As a general rule, you should probably just keep a couple of 9-volt batteries in with your gear, with your guitar player, keyboard player, bass player, drummer maybe, just because they're really useful to have around when you're playing live. They go for a lot of things like active basses, pedals, loads of things are really useful. If you're carrying them with you and you don't use them yourself, one day you could step up as the person who's already got a spare, give it to someone who needs it, and you might even get a drink out of it. Mistake 3. So leaving my phone lying around did get me a funny new screensaver, but in all seriousness, do not ever leave your personal items lying around at a gig. It's not the job of your friends or your bandmates to look after your stuff for you. Take it from someone who knows lots of people who've left stuff lying around at gigs before. Losing a phone or a wallet or keys or whatever at a gig is a right pain in the arse. Thanks for watching. I really hope this helped you, or if you know someone forgetful like me, be sure to send this video to them. If you've made these mistakes before, I'd love to hear about it. So if you any mistakes you've made, any lessons you've learned, feel free to chuck those down in the comments. Until next time, make sure you've subscribed, hit that bell icon down below so you know when I upload videos, and I will see you in the next one.